Hey, what's up guys, this is KDCloudy. Let's talk about Dolby Vision yet again. And I've made a bunch of those videos in the past, especially about playing Dolby Vision content on your Mac, whether it's Apple TV or Netflix, but that is streaming. What about local files? Let's just say you downloaded a Dolby Vision file of the internet. It could be like a demo showreel or one of those TV demos you play at CES, like from LG or Sony or whatever. You try to download that. You want to see how good your XDR display looks on your Mac. You download that. It's an MP4. You try to open it, and it doesn't work. QuickTime says this file isn't compatible. So you do whatever your instinct says. You open it on VLC, and that doesn't work as well. It gives you this discolored pink, green, gray mess. It's totally unwatchable, and that's understandable, right? VLC is an open source player. You don't expect it to play a format like Dolby Vision, so that's fine. But let's rewind for a second. Why wasn't QuickTime Player, Apple's default built-in native OS player, unable to play Dolby Vision? You go to Apple's website, you check out all these support articles, and every single one of them sort of boast about and market about how the built-in display supports Dolby Vision. And this one is a 2018 MacBook Pro. This one does support Dolby Vision. It says on the page, and I even went into Dolby's developer website, and it's much more specific. It says all of Apple's operating systems support Dolby Vision profiles 5 and 8.4. That's fair. I mean, that's fine. 8.4 is the one which the iPhone 12 is recorded in. Made an entire video about that as well. So yeah, a profile 5 file is what we need to play a Dolby Vision file on QuickTime successfully. Let's just check the media info on the file I just downloaded. It is profile 5. So why the hell is it not opening? This entire thing sort of really stressed me out last year, and I just jumped onto like a rabbit hole to discover why this was the case, and I just researched and went into this deep rabbit hole and learned about video codecs and tags and metadata and all these things, and I finally got the answer. And now for a second, let's just talk about video codecs. H.264 or AVC, you have H.265 or HEVC, and then you have the open source VP9, which YouTube uses. Codecs are then packaged in a container, and this container can be an MKV or a .mp4 or whatever, an MOV or whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters over here is something called the codec ID, or it's also called a tag. Now, H.264, the codec which basically half of the world's video uses, I just made that up. H.264 has a codec ID of AVC1. So similarly, you would expect that HEVC would also have its one unique codec ID. HEVC has two codec IDs, HEV1 and HVC1. And Apple, being Apple, only supports HVC1. So if there is literally any file which is tagged with HEV, the QuickTime just will straight up refuse to play it. It doesn't even know what that file is. And similarly, it applies to Dolby Vision. Dolby Vision has two codec IDs, DVHE and DVH1. And Apple, as you might have expected, it just only reads DVH1 files. Why does it do that? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea why they have made this such a strange choice into specifying the QuickTime specification. But if you go to Apple's HLS authoring specifications, it clearly states that HLS supports both DVHE and DVH1, but it is not recommended to use DVHE. But why? Why is it not it just doesn't make any sense. What is to be done if you want to play a DVHE file in Profile 5 on your Mac? Now the easy answer is just install Infuse. Infuse is a paid video player. It's a pretty fine app. I use it on my iPhone and my iPad to watch movies and play my local files. But the Mac app is a little janky, and it just recently got Dolby Vision support, and it's a little slow. Plus, it's paid, so if you're not into that, well, keep watching, because I was just fully hell-bent onto just fixing this problem. I just wanted a way to sort of convert a DVHE file and make it sort of QuickTime playable, convert it into DVH1 or whatever. I just wanted my Dolby Vision file to play on QuickTime. That's all I wanted, and I've been working on it for months, and the answer I found was remux it. Now, what the hell is remuxing? Remuxing is basically extracting the audio and the video streams and putting them in a new container. You basically repackage a video file, and in that process you can tweak the exact metadata or tags and whatever you want, and you can even add subtitles and all that stuff. It's a pretty common practice, and there are plenty of tools which allow you to do that. Dolby's GitHub has these two repositories which are their open source muxers, and they seem to be like the perfect thing for this particular job. And I tried it. Then this was like several months ago. I tried it, and again, it doesn't support DVH1. So I was a little sad. Then I tried it again and again. It didn't work. The best I could do was, muxing an H.264 file with an Atmos track, and that worked. But yeah, I was a little sad. So I did what any sad person would do. I raised an issue in that repo. And I just waited, and I waited, no responses. I still was not able to play my Dolby Vision MP4 until now. So yeah, 3 days ago, I finally get a response on my GitHub issue saying that it's now fixed in the latest version. What? It's hard for me to process, to be honest. And I can finally watch Dolby Vision content on my Mac. Yeah. Let's check it out. All right, let's start all the muxing and demuxing. I've got my MacBook right over here. Wait a minute, I'll just start screen recording. Okay, so we are into Dolby's repository. This is their repository for their MP4 muxer, and there is a separate repo for their demuxer. So there are two separate repos which we need to clone. And you can either download the zip directly from here, or you can do a simple, if you have Git installed, you can just go to your command line and just do a simple git clone. By the way, if I mess up my typing, it's because my hands are literally freezing, and also my 2018 MacBook is finally showing its signs of aging because of the butterfly keyboard. But yeah, you can just do a git clone over here. It's going to download it. Yeah, so we are into the folder, and there are a bunch of folders. You don't need to be intimidated by that. But yeah, you need to focus only on the bin folder. And over here we have the MP4 muxer _ Mac. This is I believe for Linux. This is I believe the exe is for Windows. This is what we are concerned with, and right now this is like a disabled file, but yeah, so we need to do a little chmod u+x to get it up and running, to make it a proper executable file. Chmod, it sounds weird when I say it, but yeah, you just need to go to this folder, and yeah, you can just do a chmod u+x MP4 muxer _ Mac, and there it becomes executable now. You need to do this one more time with their other repository, which I will link down below. It's called MP4 Demux, and yeah, it's the basic. It's the same thing. So you need to do a little chmod, and yeah, then we are set. So I've basically done this whole thing. I've already prepared it in this test bench folder. I have the MP4 demuxer and the muxer, both the executable files, and I also have our video file ready. Okay, I didn't talk about the video file just yet. This video file was provided by a French colorist. He's a Dolby Vision certified colorist from France. He has his own YouTube channel and he makes impeccable HDR content. And I asked him for like his permission to use one of his showreel demos for the purposes of this video, and he gladly said yes. And yeah, you can go into his website. There's like tons and tons of great HDR breakdowns, lossless files for download over here. As you can see, there is an HDR10 file over here, HDR10 plus HLG, like very high bitrate, like excellent stuff. So yeah, this is the one. This is the sequence for 4K UHD. I'll leave his website link, YouTube channel, everything linked down below. You should definitely check it out, and you can download one of these files. Yeah, but we're using this Dolby Vision 16 megabits per second file. It's Profile 5, which is perfect for an ideal for our for this particular example. But yeah, you can otherwise use the HDR10 plus, and otherwise if you have the right equipment. But yeah, I have downloaded it, and if I open it as is, you can say it cannot be opened because it's not compatible. That's like the problem we want to solve. And again, we can go into the media info. This is again an amazing tool for checking media metadata. It's Dolby Vision it is Dolby Vision indeed, DVHE 0.507. That's what we want to fix. The codec ID is DVHE. We have to make it DVH1. So yeah, let's get started. And the first thing you want to do, like I said, is extract or demux this MP4 file. So, and like this, like if you know how to use like any command line terminals, if you have used FFmpeg before, this would be like kid stuff to you. But again, if you haven't, and if this feels a little like outside of your comfort zone, it's pretty straightforward. Just do a / and the file you want to run. In this case, we have our demuxer Mac, and we're gonna do a little -h. -h basically is the help keyword, and it gives us the basic syntax of what the command should be like. So MP4 demuxer input file, you specify the input file, etc, etc. So that's what we're gonna do. MP4 demuxer. Let's just call it bro. It takes some time. This is like what? Yeah, this is done, and we go into a bro folder. We have the elementary streams, the .h265 and the .aac files extracted. So these are the raw video and audio streams. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think it'll play if I try to open this on VLC. I don't know what will happen, but yeah, I'd rather not try. But yeah, I'll just put this into so yeah, we have these extracted. I'm gonna pull up the terminal again. Now we have to basically mux this together. By the way, if your source file is an MKV file, then Dolby's demuxer will not work. But if it's like an MKV, you can use something else like MKV extract. That's pretty straightforward as well. But yeah, we have our elementary streams up and ready over here. We're just gonna run the MP4 muxer _ Mac. Again, do a -h. It gives us multiple examples. Like if you want to multiplex like so and so files, AC4 audio into H.264 and different examples. So you can just copy and then edit your like whatever your use case is accordingly. So yeah, there is a bunch of stuff present in this particular CLI, but this is not a transcoder. This is just a muxer. This is not a transcoder. And what I mean by that is that you won't be able to re-render your Dolby Vision files. Suppose you want to sort of, you have your 4K Blu-rays, those are profile 8.1. So if you want to transcode them into profile 5 so that they're playable by your Apple TV or your iPhone, that is simply not possible. The Dolby transcoders are very exclusive, very proprietary, and you cannot get access to them unless Dolby approves. So you need to have like a proper license and everything and all that. I don't even know. So yeah, we went through all these options. Let's just write our command now. So yeah, we'll do a simple ./mp4 muxer underscore mac. We specify our output. Whatever. Yeah. And we specify our input streams, and the one thing you need to be careful about is that we specify the audio first and then the video, otherwise it won't work. So our input file out underscore 2.aac. This could have been EC3 if your audio track was a Dolby Digital or a Dolby Atmos file, but we are just working with AAC for now. Then the video stream out underscore 1.h265, and we're going to set our DV profile to 5 and our DVH1 flag to 1, and we're just going to hit enter. Yeah, it's writing the file, and make sure that you have enough space on whatever device. Oh, it's done. We get the thumbnail. It's readable by QuickTime, and boom, it's up. My screen just lit up to the extreme peak brightness and whatever. But yeah, this looks extremely vibrant, and that's just Apple's tone mapping in play over here. And yeah, I can just scrub through this. It's again a 4K HDR file. It looks amazing. And yeah, this is true Dolby Vision and not just HDR10. This is lossless Dolby Vision, 16 megabits per second. And it looks amazing. It looks amazing. I'm super happy right now. And yeah, one more other thing to note is that if you are remuxing larger files, you have to understand that it's just copying the file over and over again. So like make sure you have enough like disk space on your Mac, because I have a 256 gigabyte SSD, so this entire thing was done externally. So yeah, just make sure of that. And yeah, by the way, if you want to play local Dolby Vision files on a Windows laptop or a Windows device, it's actually very easy. One, make sure that your display says that you can, like that stream HDR video thing says yes. Once that's done, you need to purchase 2 extensions and install a third one, which is free. The first one is HEVC extensions. The second one is the Dolby extensions, the Dolby Access, I believe it's called. Both of those are paid because Microsoft just refuses to buy an HEVC license for every single one of their users. So yeah, buy 2 of those, and third, install the Dolby Vision extension, and that one is free. All of them are available on the Microsoft Store. I'll leave a link to them down below as well. So yeah, once you have installed all of them, you'll basically be able to play any Dolby Vision file using the Movies and TV app. So yeah, it's actually much more convenient in Windows, and I'm actually like, it's a little too convenient having, meddled with all these code and command line tools and whatnot. But yeah, that's what you have to do on Windows. And yeah, you can basically play DVH1, DVHE files. It doesn't matter. But yeah, enough of me sort of I'm like rambling. That's basically it. I really enjoyed making this video, And yeah, hopefully another video should be upcoming soon. Let me know if you liked it. Definitely leave a thumbs up if you found this helpful, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.